The reflections of fear. Tucked away in the corner of an antique shop was a mirror that held a sinister secret. The shop's owner, Mr. Garrison, had acquired the mirror from an estate sale, unaware of the darkness it harbored. The mirror's ornate frame and intricate carvings gave it an air of elegance. But those who gazed into its depths soon discovered the true nature of its power. One gloomy afternoon, Emily, a young woman with a penchant for the unusual, entered the shop. Drawn to the mirror's allure, she approached it cautiously, her reflection staring back at her. But as her eyes met her own, her heart skipped a beat. The reflection began to shift, twisting into a nightmarish version of herself. Eyes sunken, skin pallid, and a twisted grin etched across her face. Stifling a scream, Emily stumbled back, her pulse racing. The mirror's surface returned to normal, reflecting the dimly lit shop once more. Mr. Garrison, observing from behind the counter, noticed her reaction and approached with a concerned look. "Are you all right, my dear?" he asked, his voice tinged with worry. Emily hesitated, not wanting to reveal her true fear. I thought I saw something strange in the mirror." Mr. Garrison's eyes flickered with recognition. He had heard whispers about the mirror's unsettling abilities, but he had never witnessed it firsthand. He warned Emily to stay away from the mirror and offered to show her other items in the shop. Though shaken, she agreed, her curiosity piqued. As the days went by, Emily couldn't shake the image she had seen in the mirror. The twisted reflection haunted her thoughts, creeping into her dreams. She found herself drawn back to the shop, unable to resist its sinister pull. The mirror seemed to beckon her, promising answers to the questions that had taken root in her mind. One evening, unable to resist any longer, Emily stood before the mirror once more. With trembling hands, she gazed into its depths, bracing herself for what she might see. Her reflection shifted again, but this time it revealed a different fear. A towering inferno engulfing her surroundings, flames licking at her feet. Emily gasped and tore her gaze away, her heart pounding in her chest. She stumbled back, her mind racing. It was as though the mirror had tapped into the darkest corners of her psyche, manifesting her deepest fears for her to witness. She had to know more, had to understand the mirror's power. Her obsession grew, and Emily spent hours researching the mirror's origins. She uncovered tales of its creation in the 18th century by a reclusive artist rumored to dabble in the occult. Legends spoke of the mirror's uncanny ability to reflect the viewer's innermost fears, to conjure them into unsettling forms. Determined to conquer her fears, Emily returned to the mirror, this time armed with a newfound resolve. She stared at her reflection, her grip on the frame steady. Slowly, her reflection shifted again, but instead of a nightmare, she saw her own eyes, filled with sadness and vulnerability. As she continued to gaze, her reflection morphed once more, revealing scenes of her past, the moments of heartbreak, loss, and missed opportunities that had shaped her fears. It was as though the mirror was showing her the source of her anxieties, the roots of her deepest worries. Tears welled in Emily's eyes as she finally understood. The mirror wasn't a malevolent force seeking to torment her. It was a conduit for self-discovery, a way to confront and conquer her fears. The mirror had shown her what she needed to face, the inner demons she had been avoiding. With a newfound sense of courage, Emily left the mirror behind, feeling a weight lifted from her shoulders. Weeks turned into months, and she continued to work on herself, facing her fears head-on. She pursued her dreams, mended broken relationships, and confronted her regrets. One day she returned to the antique shop, not out of fear or curiosity, but out of gratitude. Mr. Garrison smiled warmly as he recognized her. "I can see a change in you," he remarked. Emily nodded. "The mirror showed me the truth about myself. It helped me confront my fears, and I've grown stronger because of it." As she left the shop, Emily looked back at the mirror one last time. Its surface remained calm and serene, no longer a gateway to nightmares, but a tool for introspection. The mirror's power had transformed from a curse to a gift, guiding those who dared to peer into its depths towards self-discovery and healing. And so the haunted mirror remained, its true purpose unveiled, a reflection not of horror but of the human spirit's capacity for growth and resilience.